So welcome, my dear students. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back, my dear students. This is a new lecture in the Canadian culture, And we will talk today, we'll handle some points about the Canadian culture and what you should do when you are working or you need to come to work in the Canadian environment, a new culture for you. It's, like when you are just newcomer and you have to know some of the Canadian culture aspects, which is very important that you, as example, when you deal with the people there, you should be aware of. So here are the Canadian workplace culture, and this is our topic today. So I will talk about the meetings and greetings in the start itself. When you are there for the first time and you're meeting people, when meeting someone for the first time, it is courteous to stand up, even if you are stead and move towards the other person. Shake their hand firmly. Make good eye contact. So it's a kind of respecting the eye contact. It's very important to the Canadian culture as well. And also try to use their name right away. So use the name also. You should use the name. So from the start here we say, when meeting someone for the first time, it's courteous to stand up as a kind of respect and move to the person, shake their hand. This is the second point, firmly. Make good eye contact, Good eye contact means that you focus on the eye while you are talking. That means that you're showing interest in the person who's in front of you. This is a professional and help you to remember their names. Generally, people use first names in the workplace. So here in the Canadian culture, the people will use the first name. So don't use the family name, but use the first name. In workplace nowadays, however, if someone is introduced to you as Mrs. or Mr., be sure to use this more formal greeting. So if you are saying, hi, George, that's fine. Hi, Ted. Hi, Brett. That's fine. But if someone told you, I would like to introduce for you Mr. Brett, then keep this word Mr. always. So it is nice to meet you, Mr. Jones. So as example, if someone applied you with Mr., then tell him it's nice to meet you. As example, Mr. John, it's nice to meet you, Mr. John. This is the first point. When passing people in hallways or arriving at work in the morning, it is customary to say hello or good morning and make eye contact. Yeah, like any place in the world. So you should say hi, good morning, or hello, and make an eye contact. Same applies to leaving the end of the day. So at the end of the day, also you have to do the same thing. Just say hi, or goodbye, or have a good night. And famously here, have a good night, or stay blessed. You can say also stay blessed, take care, have a good night, safe driving home. So all these sentences you can say, stay blessed, take care, have a good night, safe driving home, or safe home. Secondly, the Canadian culture, workplace culture, depends usually on the team work. So here we say, Canadians are even a very team focused. Yes, they are very team focused. That's true. In the workplace, and you will often see teamworks. Wherever you go, you will find a teamwork or a group of people. That teamwork is a group of people that achieve one object or one task. So this is the meaning of the teamwork. As a third skill in job posting, how to demonstrate teamwork in your workplace. Treat everyone with respect. So here we come to our next point. So I have to treat everyone with respect in the teamwork. In the teamwork, give all the same respect. Don't discriminate based on gender or age or whatever, or ethnic or background. No, don't be stereotyping. Avoid to be stereotyping. Avoid to treat the people with different scales. Use the same scale for treating with all the people. Use equity when you are greeting with all the people. Greet someone work in an entry-level position with the same courtesy and enthusiasm as you would an executive director. Hold open doors. Yeah, so always keep the doors open. Do not interrupt. Someone is speaking, do not interrupt him. Wait till he finishes talk, then start talking. Listen very carefully. Don't be grandstanding. Grandstanding means that you talk more than you listen. No, listen more than you talk. It is considerate to give everyone time to share their thoughts. Yeah, so give the people time to share the thoughts, give them time to show how they are thinking, and so on, to express their emotion, their feeling, their reaction towards some points regarding the work. So always be on the side of the people and listen to them more than you talk. Show interest in people's work. So yeah, you've done a good job. You can say like this, you have done a good job. So this is interest in the people's work, interest and in the achievements as well. And when someone is done from his work, well done. You can say well done, or you can say you did a good job. That's another point. Offer support when you see workers under stress or falling behind. So don't just like stand, putting your hands in your pockets and just watching from a long distance. No, you should share the people. Like as example, if you see one of the workers doing work and he is not able to he needs someone to help him or to give him a hand. So give him a hand. It's a cooperative culture. Depends on the cooperation between the people. This demonstrates teamwork, and the person might return and help you needed down the road. So whatever you will help the people now, this in return will come to you as well. So if you help someone now, sure, you will find who will help you. Okay. Try to put the needs of the team organization before your own. Okay. So I don't be selfish. I don't only look for myself, but I say the needs of the people comes first, needs of the teamwork, then my needs come second. And do not do the opposite. Don't favor your needs more than the needs of the team. How about socializing? Socializing and friendship are normal part of the workplace culture. So socializing and friendship, okay, are normal parts of the workplace culture in Canada. As you see here, they are parts of the workplace culture in Canada. Some small talk or conversation is expected and demonstrates your care about your colleague. So always show, if someone is absent, you should pick up the phone and just give him a call and say, hi, where are you? How are you now? What's going on? Where I don't see you? Why I didn't see you? Where have you been this last 2 days? So like that way, like show the interest and the care about the others, show the interest and the care in others. This is very important. Pay attention to how other people interact in your work environment to determine what's normal and accepted. Okay. What is the acceptable socializing? What is the acceptable socializing? Like what? Sharing over coffee and lunch breaks. So when you chat with the others, this is one of the Canadian culture aspects. We all gather together in Tim Hortons, Starbucks, and lunchtime. We just talk, exchange talking. We talk about our families, we talk about ourselves, we talk about our own dreams, we talk about where will you, what part of the world are you hitting this year? Were you going on your own vacation? Will you keep it, will you stay around the corner, or just you will go move to Cuba or wherever you will go? Then just you can share the plans with the others. Take for a few minutes when you arrive at work in the morning about your weekend. Nice, talk about it. Okay, so Mostly of the Canadians, when they talk, the first question said, how was your weekend? You will find this question so much. How was your weekend? And before even the weekend, he or she will tell you, enjoy the long weekend as well. Enjoy the long week or enjoy the weekend. If it's a weekend, normal weekend, like Saturday and Sunday, then it is enjoy the weekend. But if it was a long, like a Victoria Day's example, Saturday, Sunday, and Victoria Day on Monday, then you will hear always enjoy the long weekend or happy vacation. These are the sentences which you use to hear from the Canadians all time long. Talking for a few minutes when you arrive, so you will say, "Yeah, this week I've been at home, I'm just sitting at home. I didn't go outside. I was just watering my plants, just taking care of the garden and gardening and stuffing, and I'm buying some stuff for the house." So here, these are the things which the people talk when they start on Monday. They talk on what happened on Saturday and Sunday. How did they spend their own weekend? And this is particularly part of the Canadian culture as well. Just to talk and share the ideas. Okay. Or as you are leaving for the day, socializing while walking to a meeting or waiting for a colleague to arrive. Things are not acceptable. What are things that are not acceptable in the Canadian culture? Talking extensively on the phone to a friend, family while at work. So this is no. So don't use the phone like to talk to your friend or to talk to one of your family members or whatever. The phone is for work. Phone also is for emergencies. If someone is sick or tired or he's in life-threatening, then you can use the phone to call the ambulance or just in the emergency. Or if there is, as example, a fire and you have to call 911, or if there is any trouble at work, or you feel there is something risky, or there is hazards, in that case, you should use the phone, but don't use it for your personal use. Or confirming what time to pick up your child is okay. These are not things to be said in the phone, in the work phone. So don't use the work phone for personal reason. Engaging in long conversation during coffee hours, office hours. So don't go, people, time is money. In the Canadian or generally in the Western culture, the time is money. So don't waste the people's time in just talking and things. It's not, if you didn't talk about it, it won't make sense. So don't go and engage in a long conversation during office hours, because this time, for the Canadian, this time is paid for work. Is paid for the work. So they are honestly, they want to keep it only for work. Gossiping or engaging in rumors also is not nice here. To talk about the people in a bad way or to say rumors, not acceptable. Using slang and full language that could offend some colleagues is not recommendable to do this, and prohibited also by law. So no kind of offense behave, no abusing, no kind of aggressive behavior. The fourth thing in the Canadian culture is the punctuality. Punctual means in time, particularly in time and place and all this. So they are very, very conservative about the punctuals and to keep punctual. In general, Canadians are punctual. In general, they are punctual and place importance on showing up on time for work-related meeting and events. So just always show on time. Sometimes if you're doing shifts, it's better to arrive 10-15 minutes earlier. If you are doing new shifts or whatever. If your shift will start from 12 midnight, it's better to be there like 11:45 or 11:50 to be at the workplace. And also for related work and events, when meeting is set for 10 a.m., show up a few minutes earlier so you are ready to start right at 10. So yeah, prepare yourself like if it is 10 o'clock, come 10 minutes earlier. If 9 o'clock, come 10 minutes earlier, and so on. Everyone is late from time to time. Yes, this happened. Like as example, the TTC is late, or there is a problems in the public transportation, and you arrived late to work. But it shouldn't be like too much. You don't do it too much. Like if it is all exception once in a way, that's okay because all the people are exposed to this situation. But it is courteous to call and let someone know if you are running late. So as example, I have a shift right now and I want not to be late for my shift. I don't want to be late for my shift. It's okay. In that case, I will ask, now I'm as example, my time to go to the work is 10 o'clock to be at work by 10 o'clock. Okay. And it's now 9:45. And there is a problem in the TTC. And I will be late like around 20 minutes or approximately, let's say 20 minutes. It's 9:45 and I have to be there 10. And I am supposed to be late 20 minutes. Then I will pick up the phone and tell them, hey guys, I will be there like around 10:10. I will be there 10 minutes after 10. So because due to late in transportation, and everybody know here when there is emergencies and when there is any problems in the TTC, anybody know how to deal with this situation. You should pick up your phone and call your colleague or your boss or your supervisor and tell him, please, I'm in my way, but some troubles happened to me, or I'm forced, I'm stuck in the train or stuck in the traffic, and I will be late like around 10 minutes. So just give them an idea so that they can prepare for this. For social events outside of work, like example, parties, dinner events, or someone's house, it is expected to be a few minutes late by fashionably late. Yeah, so it's okay. If it is work, if it is private life, out of the work time, and you're just a little bit late, it's expected because anybody is exposed to late. But for work, no, don't do this. The fifth aspect of the Canadian culture at workplace, like we said, the Canadian culture at workplace is the body language. And the body language is the non-verbal communication, which is used like gestures, emotions, signals. All these are kind of body language. Owing the fact that the Canada is a very diverse country, because it's a very diverse country from many nations, there is a range of body language expectations. Generally speaking, when starting a new job, it is best to be reserved and professional until you get a feel for what is normal in your workplace. Here are some tips. Most people feel comfortable having about a 2 feet personal double around them. So don't stuck to the people. When you talk, keep a social distancing. Keep like a social distancing. Okay, adjust your body language to the situation and person. Watch the other person for clues. So check out always what the other person is saying. Keep eye contact. Allow your colleague to lead if they demonstrate a low level of personal space, e.g. touch your arm when talking to you, then it is probably okay to do the same to them. So if you see someone's touching your arm while he's talking to you, then it's okay for him. Then you can do the same. But take care, because it's not acceptable for all the cultures. Some cultures, they feel like it's abusive behavior. if you touch their shoulders while you are talking to them. Maintain good eye contact. Maintain good eye contact when talking to people to demonstrate you are listening. So you show that you are listening. So keep the eye contact also, because eye contact means eye contact and direct eye contact mean that you are focusing on what they are saying and that you are interested in the talk. So keep always show the people that you are very interested in what they are saying. Be aware of your body positioning, such as slouching, cross arms, and fidgeting that could give the impression of being bored or angry. So avoid these points to show that you are angry or bored. Fragrance. Most companies encourage limited or no use of cologne, perfumes, and scented products due to allergies. Yes, this is also one of the Canadian cultures aspects. You'll find a lot of places. This is a scent-free zone. You'll find a scent-free zone. Scent-free means no perfumes, no cologne, nothing, because some people has allergies from these things. So keep also put in your memory or put in your mind that it is like, it's not preferable to have all these products or most of them or whatever from them that cause others allergy, and that this zone is a scent-free zone. And so try to be respectful to this. Email and phone and computer use. Regarding the email and the phone and the computer use, what is there in the Canadian culture regarding this point? Remember, your work email and phone lines is intended for work. So don't use them in a personal use. Never to use these topics, these things like the phone, the internet, or the computer for a personal use. So some employees have company policies regarding this issue. Acceptable brief computer or phone use for personal reasons, family emergencies or family logistic, if there is an emergency, e.g. child is sick at school, change in pickup time, location, elder family member needs support. Those are emergencies, so you can use the work phone in that case, and it's limited also. In using it, don't use it for 2-3 hours and say because it goes within the span of exception. No, just if you want to inform something, if you want to, because still the work phone is for the work, or whatever the instruments, even laptop or desktop, or whatever. To make a personal appointment or phone call, only possible during our work hours. So, yeah, to make a personal appointment or phone call only possible during your work hours. Okay. One of the most important thing in the Canadian culture is that once you arrive at your work, so please put your phone on the plane mode. Put your phone like you are going to plane, like you are in the plane, just put it in the plane mode. It's better to turn off your cell phone or put it on silent or make it silent. Okay, if you don't want to put it off, just make it silent. Avoid answering it unless it is emergency or you are on a break. So in the breaks, you can answer your cell phone, it's fine. You can answer the cell phones and break, but rather no. Social media, Facebook and Twitter, are recognized as both professionals and social tools. Generally speaking, if you are using the Facebook and Twitter for professional purposes, it won't be an issue. Professional purposes means you are using it for the purpose of work. It's fine. So if you're using it as example regarding doing ad for work, advertise for work or whatever, then you are fine. No worries, it's okay. It won't be an issue, especially if it is part of your job description. If it's also a part of the job description, then you're okay. However, for social use or to chat with friends, it is not acceptable. Check with your employer to confirm company's policies. The next is the dress. Every workplace will have slightly different expectations and policies regarding clothing. So what I will wear, can I wear 60 pants? The girls, example, or the boys? Is it okay, possible for me to wear 60 pants or whatever? Or what is the kind of clothes that shall I wear at work? In general, when you start a new job, it is best to dress more formally. Look at this sentence. You have to dress more formally. You have to dress more formally and conservative. So you also dress in conservative way means a traditional or it's non-sexy dress or non-sexy pant that would be preferable, that you think is necessary while you learn more about the workplace culture and expectations. Okay. Some organizations have casual Friday and more casual clothing like jeans are acceptable. That's fine. So jeans will be acceptable. That's okay. That's okay. Other organizations dress casually every day. Pay close attention to what is normal in your office before taking risks. So don't say, I'll put on this today, I'll put on that. No, make sure first what the people around you are wearing when they go, what they are dressed in when they go to work, and be like that. Don't be something different than what they wear at work. So for me now, I can say this question, please answer it. What are the main points of Canadian, or let's say main aspects? It would be main aspects of Canadian culture at workplace. What are the main aspects of Canadian culture at workplace? Those are the main points which you should care about. And those are the points of the Canadian culture at workplace. And I will leave you here like around 10 minutes to have an answer for these questions. Thank you so much. And I will see you again in the next lecture, by the next lecture. Thank you.